Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, so we will start with basic introduction about ServiceNow, and as well as what exactly is ServiceNow and what and all required to learn ServiceNow. So those things we will discuss here, and as well as I'll have a Q&A session. So here introduction to ITIL. So what we will do here, so ServiceNow is a tool, and as well as this tool built on Java language. So whatever you are seeing on the screen here, just here, if you see this is the tool actually. So this entire tool built on Java language, using their use Java language to build this entire platform, and as well as they are using MySQL as their backend database. But as a ServiceNow developer, you no need to learn Java, and as well as you no need to learn any database skills, or you no need to have any database skills, or you no need to write any queries as well. So if you want to work with ServiceNow, so you would require two things. One is basic understanding on JavaScript, or if you have any just programming experience, so then it will be very easy for you. And as well as if you don't know, or if you are non-programmer, so not a problem, because this is a tool. First we have to remember, it's not a language, or it's not any difficulty software. So it's a tool, and we are already incorporated everything there. Just we have to know how to use it, and how to do that, how to create it. Apart from that, other than this JavaScript, so you no need to learn any other skills, but this JavaScript is also required only 30%. So if you know 30% JavaScript, you will be able to write code in ServiceNow along with the REST API knowledge. So here we have a REST APIs are there, which is built by ServiceNow. Using those REST APIs, we have to write a code. So this is all about the coding part. So this I am talking about the legacy applications. So legacy is that framework, whatever you are seeing here. So that we will call as a legacy framework. But alternative to this legacy UI, we have a service portal. So service portal is a very advanced, and as well as if you want to work with service portal, you would require Angular knowledge. Angular, HTML, CSS knowledge is required. Angular JS, HTML, CSS is required. But most of the companies will have a team, like ServiceNow team will be 80% non-programmers and 20% programmers will be there. So those, when they want to work on service portal or writing code and all, so most of the coding they will give to the programmers, and non-programming and small programming things and all, they will give to the non-programmers. So this is how the ServiceNow team will formed in most of the companies. So that is the reason, if you want to work with ServiceNow, you would require 30% knowledge on JavaScript, and as well as if you know just 10 to 20%. I'm not saying 100%. So 10 to 20% if you know HTML, CSS, so that is good enough. And as well as you will feel like a native, and you will not feel like some programming and or some Java .NET kind of stuff here we are not feeling. So it's a tool, and everything is there already ready-made. Everything is ready-made. So just we have to know, and we have to understand the logic, and we have to understand the navigations, and we have to remember the functionality. So if you know all these things, so it is easy for you to work on ServiceNow as a ServiceNow developer. But coming to the admin, so admin course is a year we are teaching a combination of the ServiceNow admin and as well as development. But major focus will be here on development. Like I will cover scripting and all. I will show you my syllabus as well in the coming a few minutes. Before that, so I want to talk about admin here. So admin earlier it was a separate role, and use requirement was people were recruiting. Nowadays, there is no admin profile much. It's there, still people are required, but very less. For 10 or 20 vacancies for ServiceNow developer, one vacancy for ServiceNow admin. So that much less, less requirement is there. So that is the reason here we are combining and we are teaching both admin and development, but major focus is on development. So this is all about the technical stuff and the technical related things to the ServiceNow. And apart from that, history of ServiceNow. So ServiceNow started in 2003 as a glide soft, and later they renamed it to S-Now, ServiceNow, and finally they made it. They are continuing the ServiceNow. And recently, before Madrid, it was the branding and all different, color and all different. So recently they rebranded it, and they now, light green color. You can see the entire service. Earlier red and black combination were there. So this is how, and total releases they are releasing right now. It's a emerging tool, and as well as they are releasing, it's not a certain period. Whenever they are want to improve or they want to put some major into live, so they will release a new version. So all versions will be here in country capital name. So let's say, for example, so last few versions, if you talk about like Kingston, London, and apart from that, Madrid is there, and recently they are released to New York as well. So all these they are version names they are keeping as a country capital name. So that is the one thing. So this is about the basic history of the service now. And apart from that, coming to the database. So earlier we talked about the programming knowledge and required prerequisites for working as a ServiceNow developer. We discussed. Now, if you want to know more about the ServiceNow database and what exactly we have to do there, so if you want to know more about that, so here I will give you the basic information. So as I said in the beginning, ServiceNow using MySQL as their database. But as a ServiceNow developer, you don't have a direct access. I mean, you will not able to see where is the database, and as well as you cannot write queries here. Like for example, if you want to create a table, you have to write create table name, all columns and all. We have to do it, but in ServiceNow, you no need to do that. You no need to write a query language here. Let's say if you want to work with Oracle, so we have to write PLSQL. If you want to work with SQL Server, we have to write TSQL language. But in ServiceNow, nothing is required. Just you have to using existing system applications. We have to create a tables, and as well as the tables also we will have a very limited operations we can do here. So we can do like insert, update, delete, and all we can do. But creating databases and all, it's not easy. And as well as here we don't have a access to create a databases, but we can create a table that to template format. So let's say for example, if you want to create a table, so we have a system definition application is there. Using that system definition application, so we have to just use the template. We have to fill the table details and we have to submit it to the ServiceNow. Internally, ServiceNow will convert into Java language, query language, and it will execute in the MySQL database. So once it is executed, table will automatically, it will create a table. So this is all about the basic information of ServiceNow database things. And apart from that, we will talk about the ITIL process, which we have to follow here. So far, if you have any questions, you can ask me. So later we will discuss about the basic ITIL concepts.
సార్ ఒక్కసారి న్యూ ట్యాబ్ ఓపెన్ చేసి VLR ట్రైనింగ్ .in ఓపెన్ చేద్దాం.
ఓకే సార్.
కొద్దిగా నాయిస్ వస్తుంది సార్.
అవునా, ఒక్క నిమిషం. VLR ట్రైనింగ్స్ సార్.
VLR Training ఉంది సార్. ServiceNow పేజ్ ఓపెన్ చేయాలి సార్, సెకండ్ వన్.
ఇక్కడ సార్ ఇక్కడ
రైట్ సైడ్ మీకు రీసెంట్ పోస్ట్ అని చెప్పి కనపడుతుంది చూడండి సార్. రైట్ సైడ్ కింద ఇంకా రండి ఇంకా కిందకు వచ్చేసేయండి, కర్సర్ కిందకి తీసుకురండి. రీసెంట్ పోస్ట్ సెర్చ్ బటన్ కింద రీసెంట్ పోస్ట్. ఇది కోర్స్ కంటెంట్ అండి. మీకు if you want course content, please visit this web page and please contact. This is my contact number. Okay sir, we will continue. Sir, మాట్లాడండి అరుణ్ గారు.
హలో, యా ఏం లేదండి, నాకు ఒక డౌట్. యాక్చువల్గా
ఓకే సార్,
మీరు
యువర్ ఆస్కింగ్ సంథింగ్.
ఎస్, యాక్చువల్గా మీరు అన్నారు కదా జావా స్క్రిప్టింగ్, జే స్క్రిప్టింగ్ అని. యాక్చువల్గా నేను పనిచేసిన టెక్నాలజీస్, నా బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ చూసుకుంటే అసలు నాకు జీరో కోడింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అండి. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ జావా నేర్చుకోవడం, జే స్క్రిప్టింగ్ నేర్చుకోవడం ఇదంతా నిజంగా అవుతుందా?
జావా కాదు. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ట్రైనింగ్ వచ్చే వాళ్ళు 90% నాన్ ప్రోగ్రామర్స్, మీలాంటి వాళ్ళే. ServiceNow లో వర్క్ చేసేది కూడా నేను చెప్పాను కదా 80% మీలాంటి వాళ్ళే, నాన్ ప్రోగ్రామర్స్. ఇక్కడ జావా వేరే, జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ వేరు. స్క్రిప్ట్ అంటే జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ వేరే ఉంది. సో దాంట్లో కానీ మీకు జస్ట్ ఒక 20% నేర్చుకుంటే చాలు, 100% అవసరం లేదు. అది ప్రోగ్రామింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ ఏముంటే టూల్ కదా, సో అంతా రెడీమేడ్ గా ఉంది. జస్ట్ మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఉండేదాన్ని యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాం మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైం. ఎప్పుడైనా కొద్దిగా ఏదైనా క్రియేట్ చేయాలన్నప్పుడు సో అప్పుడు జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ అవసరం అవుతుంది. అందుకోసం ఒక 20% ఉంటే చాలు. నేను కోర్స్ కంటెంట్ లో మొత్తం కవర్ చేస్తా, స్క్రిప్టింగ్ పార్ట్ ప్రతి దానికి. వి విల్ టేక్ సినారియోస్ అండ్ అంటే ప్రతి ఒక అప్లికేషనే క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం ఇక్కడ.
ఓకే, అంటే యాక్చువల్గా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయితే అవసరం లేదు అంటున్నారు మీరు?
అవసరం లేదు, పెద్దగా అవసరం లేదు. బట్
ఎందుకంటే నాకు యాక్చువల్గా అస్సలు ఐడియా లేదు ప్రోగ్రామింగ్, అసలు ఆ సైడే వెళ్ళలేదు ఇప్పటివరకు నేను. ఎందుకంటే నేను వెతుకుతున్న టెక్నాలజీ కూడా ఏదైనా నాన్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ టెక్నాలజీ వెతుకుతున్నా, ఎందుకంటే ఐ కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఏ నాన్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్.
వచ్చేవాళ్ళు ఇక్కడికి చెప్పాను కదా, దాదాపు 80 to 90% నాన్ ప్రోగ్రామర్స్. ఒక 10 to 20% వస్తారు. వాళ్ళు తెగిన వాళ్ళు తొందరగా క్యాచ్ చేసేసుకుంటారు. అంటే ఏదైనా కాన్సెప్ట్ కానీ ఓన్లీ స్క్రిప్టింగ్ పరంగా, రిమైనింగ్ థింగ్స్ అండ్ అందరికీ సేమే ఉంటాయి. సో స్క్రిప్టింగ్ లో మాత్రమే నాన్ ప్రోగ్రామర్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు కొద్దిగా సో దే విల్ ఫీల్ లైక్ లోపల ఉంటుంది అనమాట. అది ఎంతైనా మనం ఎంత ఈజీ ఉందని చెప్పినా కూడా లోపల ఆ ఫీలింగ్ ఉంటుంది, మన కోడింగ్ వర్క్ చేయలేదు అనేది. అంతే తప్పితే ఇక్కడ ఏం పెద్దగా ఉండదు.
కృష్ణ గారు, మీ కెమెరా ఆన్ అయిందండి, ఆఫ్ చేసేయండి సార్.
సో ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్?
లేదండి, యాక్చువల్గా ఇదే చేస్తా ఉన్నా. ప్లస్ ఇది జాబ్ మార్కెట్ ఎట్లా ఉందండి దీనికి, ఇది ServiceNowకి? ఎందుకంటే నేను మంచి ఉంటే అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్ చూసినాను, డెవలపర్స్ చూసినాను, నేను రెండు చూసినాను.
బట్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ మీద చాలా తక్కువ ఉంటాయండి. డెవలపర్ గానే ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు డెవలపరే అడ్మిన్ రిలేటెడ్ వర్క్ అంతా చేసేస్తుంటారు కాబట్టి సో అడ్మిన్ కి అంత ప్రిఫరెన్స్ లేదు. అంతకుముందు ఉన్నింది 2015-16 లో ఉన్నింది, తర్వాత స్లోగా డౌన్ అయిపోయింది.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్గా ఇది ఎప్పటి నుంచి ఉందండి ఈ టెక్నాలజీ? ఇది నేను ఇది లాస్ట్ 3 years నుంచి వింటున్నాను నేను ServiceNow గురించి.
దే స్టార్టెడ్ ఇన్ 2003 యాజ్ ఎ గ్లైడ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్. సో అప్పటి నుంచి ఉంది. సో అంటే మార్కెట్ లో అంటే కంపెనీస్ అడాప్ట్ చేసుకోలేదు. బట్ 2014 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది slowగా companies so adapting this tool because of many reasons. So I can show you the reason.
ఓకే ఓకే అంటే మార్కెట్ లో ఇప్పుడు 4-5 ఇయర్స్ జెన్యున్ గా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు కదా.
ఉన్నారండి, జెన్యున్ గా ఉండే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. ప్లస్ అప్పుడు చాలా తక్కువ మంది, అప్పుడు 2015లో 4 ఇయర్స్ అనుకో, ఇప్పుడు ఉండడానికి. సో ఇప్పుడు మార్కెట్ కావాల్సిన వాళ్ళు రియల్ గా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉండే వాళ్ళకి చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంది. జస్ట్ 1% మాత్రమే రియల్ గా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇప్పుడు మార్కెట్ కావాల్సిన దానికంటే. అదా ఇంకా 80% షార్టేజ్ ఉంది. సో ఇలా నేర్చుకొని వెళ్తున్నారు. అప్పుడు తెలియదు ఎవరికి 2015-16లో ServiceNow గురించి పెద్దగా తెలియదు.
ఓకే, యాక్చువల్గా ఇది అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు డౌన్ ద లైన్ నిజంగా చెప్పాలంటే 10 to 12 years ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉందండి మాకు. కానీ ఏంటంటే వేరే దాంట్లో పనిచేస్తుంటే వచ్చినాము. బేసికల్లీ మేము పనిచేస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు మార్కెట్ లో లేవు అన్ని, అంటే వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాయి అంతా. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ క్లౌడ్ నౌ. సో బేసికల్లీ వాట్ ఎవర్ వి వర్క్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ గాట్ డిసపియర్. అయితే అందుకే ఇప్పుడు ఒక న్యూ దాంట్లోకి ఎంటర్ అవుదామని. మోర్ ఓవర్ దీనికి ఎంత ఫ్యూచర్ ఉందండి, అంటే నెక్స్ట్ 10 years ఉంటుంది అంటారు ఈ మార్కెట్ లో?
See, once you take license from ServiceNow, you have to use as long as you want, and as well as, I mean, మీరు బయటకు వస్తే మీకే నష్టం. ServiceNow లో లైసెన్స్ తీసుకున్నాక ఇంకా ఇప్పుడు ఏదైనా అప్లికేషన్ బిల్డ్ చేసామనుకో, సో అక్కడే మెయింటైన్ చేయాలి. మనం ఓన్ గా ఆ అప్లికేషన్ మనం ఏదైతే బిల్డ్ చేసామో అది మనం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నామో దాన్ని బయట రన్ చేసుకునేకి రాదు. సో వన్స్ మీరు అగ్రిమెంట్ అయిందంటే మినిమం కంపెనీ 10 years ప్లస్ ఉంటేనే కంపెనీకి బెనిఫిట్ అవుతుంది. సో యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ మీరు రాసిన కోడ్ అంతకి రిసోర్స్ అంతా సేవ్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే, అయితే ఇది మొత్తం ఇది క్లౌడ్ ప్లాట్ఫామే కదండి. ముందల ప్రీవియస్ గా బిఎంసి ఇవన్నీ టికెటింగ్ సిస్టమ్స్ ఉండే కదా, అవన్నీ క్లౌడ్ కాదనుకుంటా కదా. ఇది ఇప్పుడు ServiceNow, దిస్ ఇస్ క్లౌడ్, రైట్?
కరెక్ట్. ServiceNow is a cloud platform. So earlier tools, whatever it is there, they are non-cloud, and as well as they are also moving to cloud, but we'll have to see in the market competition. But right now, the leader in the market is ServiceNow.
Okay. Yeah, thanks అండి. ఎందుకంటే my only concern is this, as I come from a non-programming background, so
don't worry.
My future, so
yeah, don't worry. So I mean, you can learn easily, but just you have to put a bit efforts comparing with the programmers only on scripting part. Apart from that, you people will able to understand quickly than other programmers, because you will have already domain knowledge, so you will able to understand it, the process wise and all. But only scripting part is here, only some 20% is there. So if you are able to understand that scripting part, you will able to learn ServiceNow. I did not say here 100% we should know coding, but not required here 100%. Only 20% part of ServiceNow is required for coding, and other than that, coding is not required.
ఓకే, అయితే ఇది సర్వీస్, ఇది సర్టిఫికేషన్ ఎంతవరకు అవసరం అండి? ఎందుకంటే కొందరు అండర్ నాతో వితౌట్ సర్టిఫికేషన్ వీ కెనాట్ హిట్ ది మార్కెట్ అని.
No. I see many are not certified right now. If you want to do certification with ServiceNow, so it is very costly. Around you have to pay 2,20,000. So
really?
Nobody ready to pay, right? Yeah, really. So here you no need to come to me to take training. If you want to get certified, ServiceNow will we have to first approach ServiceNow. There we have to register. Then they will give you training around 3 days or 5 days. They will give you training. So later, once you complete that, you will get coupon code. So using that coupon code, you have to write your ServiceNow certification.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the main process, but we have a shortcuts, and if you want, I can help you out, like giving directly this coupon codes instead of your buying course and all. So we will give somebody, I will give contact, so they will give you coupon codes. So using that, you can write your exam, though they will sell those coupon codes for 20,000-30,000.
ఓకే, యా తప్పకుండా అండి. ఎందుకంటే ఆఫ్టర్ వి complete the course, nowadays people are not trusting us, but they are only trusting the certificates.
Correct.
Yeah, thanks Andy.
Okay. Yeah, Gaurav, sorry. So you may not understand Telugu. I know. Okay. Uh, so I hope you got it. Whatever we, I mean,
Yes,
so far,
yes.
whatever we discussed. Okay. Yeah. So this is, I mean, basic information I want to give about ServiceNow. And apart from that, yeah, ServiceNow is following ITIL concept. I mean, so ITIL is like a, best practices. So if you follow all ITIL like standards, so you can build or you can provide good service-oriented application in the market. So because ServiceNow is already following this ITIL process, when you are working with ServiceNow, you are unknowingly working on ITIL process. But if you want to really learn ITIL, so you can directly, I mean, some 3,000 or 5,000 if you pay, so they will train you, and later some exam we have to write. ITL three exams are there, so you can get certify or I mean write ITL exam. So ITL is not a software or not anything. It's just books, and if you read those books or if you follow those guidelines, so you can able to build a good application. So good service oriented application, because they are designed five parts. So each part like how the strategy should be there, how the design should be, and how operational, and how I mean improving the websites. So all these like each segment we have to follow their guidelines, so that you will able to create good application. So that is about basic ITIL. But your ITIL is not much important in ServiceNow, because you are working already in ITIL unknowingly. But if you have external knowledge on ITIL, so that is good actually. If you can able to, I mean, you will able to get a more domain knowledge, I can say. So here, whatever you are seeing in the screen, so this is about ServiceNow architecture, basic architecture. So when you want to work with ServiceNow, you no need to install any software in your machine. And as well as for a learners, they are giving free account. That is one instance, so which is valid for 10 days. If you don't use 10 days continuously, they will take back your account. But if they want to use like I mean some corporates are real time purpose, so we have to take license with service now. So that license will be cost for user, for single user, for 1 year it will cost $1,000. So this is the architecture. So when you enter URL in browser, it will reach through the, I mean it will reach to load balancer through the internet. So once load balancer get this request, and it will identify which server is having less burden. So when it is identifies, so it will redirect your request to the server which is having very less, which is serving very less request. So it will redirect to the particular request, and that server will give you the response, and so that response you will able to capture it, and you can see the I mean, let's say for example here, if you click on this button, or if I click on this module, so this will go to nearest server data center. So there the data center will give response, and it will display this content. So this is how it will work, the response and request. And load balancer will be there. So load balancer will take care to maintain the load between in common load among the servers. So as per my knowledge, around some 30 data centers are there across the globe, and in future they may increase this centers to maintain ServiceNow application. So, and this is just I mean architecture about this service now. And here you can see the companies, large corporate companies already they are I mean using service now. So total around 3,000 plus companies are using service now tool to implement their ticketing systems. So here this is the world picture actually. So here we are seeing, I mean, only few, but as I said, around 3,000 companies are using using ServiceNow. So whatever you are seeing here, so these are all major companies in the market. So if they are using some tool, so most of the other companies also will follow. And as well as here, you did not see here many companies, big companies like AT&T also using, and SAP Labs also using. So like this, many are following and many are using ServiceNow. So benefits of ServiceNow. So one is the major one is cloud platform. They hosted in cloud environment and ITL based platform. Like it is following ITL concepts and customizable, and you can create your own applications in ServiceNow, and as well as you can use existing and confidentially about confidentiality and integrity about the data. So that will be there, and as well as trusted by many companies. Improved operational tracking. So here continuously improving any responses or any server related or other operational stuff. And this is like a continuous improvement is there in the tool as well. And as well as continuity of service, like 99% upon running time will be there, and you no need to worry about timeout, or you no need about service down and all. So it will be available 99.99%. And customer self-service and on-demand IT service management, like when you request something, so they will give you or they will deliver you based on your request. Powerful reporting and seamless integration is the major one more I can say major points here. So this reporting is like you can build any reports here, any kinds of reports. I can say like Power BI reports, SSR reports. So whatever it is, you can build it here, like similar kind of reports without license. And apart from that, seamless integrations. When I talk about integrations here, you can do integration with ServiceNow with any tool you can do, like REST API, SOAP integration, .NET applications, Java applications, all you can do with ServiceNow. And normally we will do REST API integration, SOAP integration, as well as single sign-on integration. So this is a basic details about the ServiceNow and its platform related, and we can learn ServiceNow. So as I said, anyone can learn ServiceNow, but if you are having some programming knowledge, so that will be very good, and as well as you will able to understand quickly. But if you don't have programming knowledge, it's not a big problem here. And the ServiceNow personas major one is like a developer, and apart from that, admins will be there, and the implementation specialist. So implementation specialist role will be a big here. So he will be involved in the implementing solutions, like for converting existing applications into new ServiceNow application. In that process, they have to follow all the standards and all. So they will be like is a specialist like implementing solutions. So that kind of role. And developer, normally here we will do the development and we will write coding as well. Apart from that, developer can do the admin profile related work as well. So this is basic user personas which are available in ServiceNow. And apart from that, coming to certifications, we can do here major certifications are here CSA, CIS, CAD. So certified system administrator, certified implementation specialist, certified application developer. So as I said, certification process is different in ServiceNow. If you want to get certified, here you no need to take training with me. So you have to directly go to ServiceNow, and there we have to approach ServiceNow people. So they will guide you remaining process. So for that, it will charge 2,20,000 around. So I hope I have given very basic information on ServiceNow. So if you have any questions, or if you have any other technical related questions, you can ask me, so that I'll answer your questions.
Hi sir,
Hi, this is
Uttam here.
yeah, this is Vamshi here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
Uttam.
go ahead. Okay.
Sorry,
If
sorry,
somebody
Uttam.
is asking, okay. No.
One
I
second.
can go,
Yeah, yeah.
carry on. I will ask later.
Okay, so one thing is this is anyway cloud-based solution, right? So what are the use cases of it
Yeah.
apart from the ticketing system? Is it only used for developing ticketing system in a company, or can it also fulfill any other use cases?
You can see, as I said, one service portal is there. Basic the design and the service now purpose is to implement service oriented application. I mean, ticketing tools and other like maintaining the office related stuff or asset management. All will come. Incident management, asset management, change management, service catalogs. All will come. And apart from that, item application and HR onboarding process and employee onboarding and business application, financial applications, all will be like it will help for to accelerate about the company performance towards the process related things. Like for example, let's say you joined a company and you have to fill all details in the manually, like enter Excel files, and again they have to go and feed the system. Instead of that, they can design one web application using ServiceNow, and they can give to their employees, new employees, they can fill it directly. So like this we can avoid a lot of manual work using ServiceNow. And apart from that, your original question is, we can build normal applications as well without security system. So we have here, as I said, Angular JS, right? Angular JS is there. So if you know Angular JS, you can build any kind of application, but some limitations will be there. It is like not like a it's a language, right? It's a tool. Some limitations will be there, but we can build most of the applications. Whatever you want, you can build it. Not a problem.
So when you say Angular JS, is it the old Angular JS or Angular 2 version that they are using currently? So
Yeah,
in Angular, we
old
have
old
Angular
Angular
JS and Angular
JS.
2, right?
So yeah, it's
That
when I say Angular JS, that is old one.
okay.
Yeah, Angular 2 plus is there and Angular JS is there. So when I mention Angular JS, that will be a old. When I say Angular, only Angular 2 plus.
So for ServiceNow, they're still using Angular JS even in the latest version also.
Yes. Correct. Because this platform supports only JS, not that is TypeScript, right? 2 plus onward, they
Yes.
are using TypeScript. So here we are not, ServiceNow is not supporting TypeScript.
Okay. So apart from ticketing systems, they can implement, once they buy the license, they can implement any kind of web-based application using ServiceNow. There are no limitations to it.
Yeah, any kind of, no limitations, and you can create your tables and you can implement and you can write HTML, you can write your own AngularJS code, and you can see this is your application basic this is built on AngularJS. So like this you can build any applications. It looks like a similar web application, right? There is no difference.
So if in case I want to integrate it with a legacy system like some mainframe or something like that, so do I have any REST?
The concept of service now. So integrations and all you can do it. You can do with any existing tools. You can do. So that is those things are all very core to service now. So using those tools, we can. I mean, integrations is a major part actually in service now. So we can do integration.
So are there any specific ServiceNow adapters for those legacy systems in ServiceNow?
You can do. Say for example, you have a BMC remedy and that data is there, and you need some API. So there you have to integrate with the API, and you can pull the data and store it in ServiceNow, and later you can use for ServiceNow applications.
Suppose if there are any Oracle systems, I want to integrate ServiceNow as the front end to the Oracle systems. So are there
You
any
can do
Oracle
that.
specific adapters in ServiceNow to do that?
Yeah, see, we using mid server, we will connect to the Oracle database. So there we will fetch the Oracle, pull the Oracle database, and using that data, we can, front end, we can design service now. I mean, using service now like HTML or Angular, sorry, one more Jelly script, we can design front end.
Jelly script. Okay.
Yeah, Jelly script.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So, any questions?
Hi, sir. Uttam here.
Yes.
ITL it is which ITL is first or second, sir? You can give the training. Actually, ITL also you told, right?
Yes, yeah, ITL is not a software, and it's a best practices. If you have a ITL knowledge, so that will be a good for to design applications in service now. Like if you are involving in requirement gathering and designing, design and all. So that time it will be more helpful because if you know ITL best practices, you will automatically follow those best practices so that we can design good service now application. But this will be like high level involvement, like for example, if you are a solution architect or if you are a service now architect, so those people should have ITL knowledge and they should certify in ITIL. But as a service now developer, so not required actually. But here, if you are interested, you can do that because it will help you in future.
Actually, I know I know knowledge in that. I'm aware knowledge in ITL, but which level certification I need to do, sir? I'm asking. Actually, level 1, level 2, it is there, no? Like that. Which level I need to do? I'm asking. Actually, I need to do certification. Then only it will be required. It is helpful for me.
Okay, see, based on your role, let's say you are going as a developer, you will not do
Okay.
with any ITL related related best practices and all. You no need to follow because as a
Okay.
developer you are getting ticket and you are working as technical things. But as a solution designer or solution architect, so in that level you would require a complete ITL knowledge. So then you will design or you will guide good good, you will design good applications, and as well as you can guide your people or to follow the ITL process. You can convey them.
Okay, okay, sir. And one more thing, now service now, how it is demand is there in market calls, sir, like experience or pressure.
So it will be if you put 3+ years, you will get a lot of calls, and as well as my training will help you at least 3 years. So you will gain your 3 years knowledge because here I'll teach you everything hands-on experience. So we will share course content as I said, right? You can go and visit that VLR Institute. There also service now course is there, content is there. So for every concept, whatever we kept there, so for everything, we will give you hands-on experience. So you will get at least 3 years experience if you follow strictly about our course and our assignments.
Okay, sir. And we need to practice means that any trial version it will be there, sir.
Yes, trial version, developer version will be there. So that we will create one account as well in the part of training.
Okay, sir. Okay. It is validity at least 1 month it will be there, sir.
No, 10 days. If you don't log in 10 days continuously, so they will take back your
Okay.
account. But if you log in at least 10 days once, your account will be live as long as you want. But if you don't log in continuously 10
Okay,
days,
okay,
they
sir.
will take that. Okay, so that we have to, I'll guide you later how to take a backup and how to store it in local. So later you can upload it. Even though if you lost your changes, you can like take a backup and you can store it in your local system.
Okay, sir. Okay, fine. Thank you. This is my queries and questions also.
Okay.
Hey,
So
this is
anything
Sunny.
else, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So, yeah, so when you're mentioning web-based applications as a developer, so we're gonna create web-based applications, um, which is like kind of mostly on like a front ends applications.
See, normally, when you buy ServiceNow license, it will be a separate purpose. Like most of the, ServiceNow licenses will be used for to create a ticketing system. There, we will have a drag and drop options for all UI related items, and all you can do the drag and drop. But earlier, Uttam or somebody asked, right? So will you be able to Arun or somebody, sorry, Vamshi asked, will we, are we can design web-based applications? Yeah, as I said, we can design. So we can design web-based applications, and as well as to design that web-based applications, you would require a programming knowledge.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Do you hear me?
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Hi, this is Vamshi here again.
Okay. Yeah,
I think workflows would be workflows would be part of any such kind of ticketing system, right? To enable multiple approvals and all that stuff. So I can see that you have approvals on there. So what kind of facility for workflows is available in ServiceNow, and can we customize that? And if we have to customize it, then do we do that programmatically, or how does it work in ServiceNow? Customized workflows.
You can do customized workflows, and you can create as well, and as well as if you want to write coding in workflows, it will be allowed. So we have to write server-side coding in workflows, so that I will cover as a part of training.
So any programming language that we need, dependency for writing those
On
workflows?
JavaScript.
JavaScript for workflows
Yes.
also.
JavaScript and Glide API classes. So Glide API classes are native to ServiceNow. So that also I will cover important Glide API classes and its methods. Using that, we will create workflows as well. There we have to onboard REST APIs, and if you want to consume that REST API in workflows, we have to write code.
Okay, so for workflow, we need a development coding in JavaScript, right?
No, based on requirement. So I cannot say for every workflow you no need to write code. So wherever it is required, I mean, based on a functionality, let's say, as I said, you have integrated REST API, onboarded REST API, REST API providing some weather information. So that you want to show on your screen whenever you are changing something or whenever you are inserting something through the workflow. So then you have to write a code. But if you are sending small, I mean, very basic like order approval and all, for that not required any coding here.
Okay, and another important part of workflows is security. So what kind of provisions are there for security in ServiceNow?
I mean, in terms of what security?
Users and access privileges for users to access different parts of ServiceNow and different facilities of workflows and stuff. So suppose if I have to give some privileges for somebody to authorize some step in a workflow, then I would need to give him some roles and all that stuff, right? So how does security configuration happen in ServiceNow?
All will be taken care by this the when we buy a license, all will be taken care by that. So how many licenses you need to work on workflows, how many licenses you need for writing like impersonating users. So like this we have a different roles are there. So using these roles we have to work on only particular persons can work on workflows. By default all developers will not get all the roles. So roles also we have to pay for that. So we cannot the basic license will be different. Apart from that, again, if you want to something, we have to do the customization.
Okay. So for the course, how will we be provided the recordings on a daily basis,
Yeah,
or
we
how is
are
it going?
daily basis.
And
Every end of the course, we will send this recording.
regarding the practicing part, so do we provide the instance for ServiceNow as long as the course duration is there?
Yes, we will provide.
For how many months?
You may, it's a free account. You can create your account, and as well as you can maintain that account as long as you want. So you have to log in at least 10 days once.
Okay, so it's not only for 10 days, but if you log in for once in every 10 days, then it is available for how long?
How many? I mean, as long as ServiceNow is there, they will provide.
Okay, so every 10 days you have to mandatorily once log in. That's it. And we have to create that on our own. Do we need to provide any credit card details or something like that for ServiceNow for that?
Nothing. Just simply no need to enter all these details. So no need to do subscription after that trial and all. No trial. It's free version. Trial and all
Okay.
not there here.
So provisioning software is our part, not the institutes.
Yes, correct.
And the recordings will be perpetual. Like, do we get an downloadable copy, or would you host it
Yes,
somewhere and we access for a limited period of time?
you can download into your local machine.
Okay. And what will be the duration of the course? How many classes?
It will take around 40 days, 40 hours, I can say.
40 hours, excluding weekends or including
Yeah,
weekends?
yeah, excluding weekends. So class will be Monday to Friday,
Daily 1 hour, right?
daily 1 hour.
Okay. And can you also provide us with projects kind of information? What kind of
We are
projects
building
do you
one
put
project
normally for the
as part
students?
of training. We'll create one project as part of training.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vamshi. So anything else, guys?
Sir, timing and all, Uttam sir, one question.
Yeah.
Timing, when you will decide, sir, which time it will be start, which time it will be end.
So for Gaurav and Uttam, we will discuss. So I'll tell you. Remaining guys, please discuss with Venkat sir. So we will plan accordingly.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. One
Okay,
more
guys.
thing. I wanted to understand because I was more looking into the classroom trainings. Is it
Yeah,
available? Classroom
yeah,
ones?
available, Gaurav. So for you, I mean, we will discuss.
Yeah, so I'm looking more into weekends because I'll be getting off at Saturdays and Sundays only.
Okay,
So that's what
sure.
I'm looking for.
We will
Hmm.
plan. We
Okay.
will plan. Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your time, and we will. I mean, let your feedback give to Venkat sir. All remaining people except Gaurav and Uttam. And Gaurav and Uttam, if you are interested, please ping me in WhatsApp.
Okay,
Thanks
sir.
for your time.
If I need, Uttam sir, I need to meet directly. You can available in institute. Which
Yeah,
time I need to come? Weekends or weekdays? Tell me, sir.
you can come Monday. Monday. So this weekend I am not there. So we will meet on Monday. Monday before 12 o'clock, you can
Man,
call me. So we'll meet. Yeah.
okay. Actually, I have office 9 to 6. In that time only. What is the timings you can available? I can tell me, sir. I will come. Evening time, any free, sir?
No, I'm working actually. As I said, my shift is 12:30 to 10. So then we can
Oh, okay.
plan
Morning
some
only.
morning
Okay,
only.
sir. Morning, at least one day I will come and meet you directly.
Okay, fine, Uttam. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thanks for joining. I'm closing this meeting, closing this session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.